What is up? It's your boy Chris Serrano here to talk to you about my externship.
All right, can you give me a description of your internship?
All right, so my internship or externship, whatever you want to call it, was basically a construction site, or more so a scaffolding site, called TKS. Uh, Basically stands for turnkey scaffolding. I had to wake up every single day at the crack of dawn, 5 a.m., to get at work at 6 a.m. And they didn't really have. They had a no tolerance. They had zero tolerance for any sort of lateness. So if I came at 6:01, they would be on my ass about that, and they'll get super upset with me. And it was basically a lot of manual labor, moving heavy materials around. So I got a pretty good workout out of it. Uh, and it was also a lot of inventory. I had to count all the material out. I had to sort it all out with my coworkers, and that actually, high tech actually prepared me for that, because it involved a lot of communication, and I feel like if I didn't have that, if high tech high international didn't really um, embolden us to do that, like I wouldn't have been as vocal with them. I wouldn't be communicating with them as much as I did.
Can you can you tell me of a new skill or knowledge acquired?
I learned how to ride a forklift, which was it was honestly like a childhood dream of mine that I didn't even know I had until I got on it and started riding it. Uh, it was pretty fun. I got to move a lot of material with it, and I don't know. It's just like a sense of I felt so powerful with that forklift, just moving a bunch of like 500 pounds of metal around, and yeah.
Can you give me an example of work success?
Okay, so in the first 2 days, I went. They sent me to a separate location at Ote Ranch, and it was just me and this guy. It wasn't supposed to be me and this guy. It was supposed to be me, this guy, and like 7 other workers, but they didn't show up. So it was just me and that guy, and they told us to just do the best that we can to move a bunch of materials for the entire day. Um, and they failed to mention that I would need water and lunch, because immediately when I got to my original work site, they told me, all right, you're going there. And I was just like, okay. So I forgot all my stuff. So about 8 hours later, under the scalding hot sun, I almost passed out. But once I saw all the work that we did, the sense of euphoria just flowed through me. Just seeing all, if I took a picture of the before and after, you guys would be just as shocked as me to see all the amount of work I did with my coworker.
All right, now can you give me like example of gratitude and looking forward?
I would like to say thank you for my cousin. She is the one who actually gave me this externship, and if it wasn't for her, I probably would be working. I mean, I regret taking the externship. Don't get me wrong; it was my first choice. It shouldn't have been my first choice. I should have picked something I actually enjoyed, but I was lazy and I didn't want to think about externship anymore, which is something I regret. But I still would like to thank her because she didn't have to do that for me. She chose to do that for me. So thank you, Destiny. And I'd like to thank Chewy. Um, he was always on my ass about every little single thing, and he came off as a hard ass. But honestly, if it wasn't for him, I probably would have hurt myself not understanding the rules. And I'd like to thank Tommy. If it wasn't for Tommy, um, who gave me positive reinforcement almost every single day, I probably would have quit the first day. And yeah, that's my externship in a nutshell.